Okay, and welcome back to another video on Behind the Curve Gaming. I did spend some voucher over the Christmas period. A day or two after Christmas, I thought, sod it, let's get some of this used, okay? Now, I was talking about discounted condition consoles in my CEX paralysis video. Namely because they are a hell of a lot cheaper than the unboxed variants. I think in this case, you're looking at £85 discounted versus £140 unboxed. Now, assuming that the console isn't absolutely mullered, the controller itself is not worth that difference whatsoever. I think the controller's maybe 28, 30, something like that, 28 or £30 through CEX, for example, just as a metric. So, I teased in a short recently. I've got a big box here to open. It's been with me for about a week now. It's 2025. I've not had time to do this. I've just been getting a couple of those review videos out, so I hope that you've watched those. As always, please like, comment and subscribe for more of this content. So we're kicking off 2025 with a CEX roulette. Now in theory I have until the end of January to basically have a no quibble return, just in case I'm upset with this, I don't like it. Now another tease, something popped up in my local that I was also after, and I then spent double that on something else. So my voucher has now dwindled so slightly, but then I managed to also go and trade something in, and it's back up to a more healthy margin. Nothing huge, but it's going to make a big difference. So I'm into it. Discounted console. How bad is it going to be? The other thing that I picked up more recently was another video, which is double the amount. It was also discounted, and honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell unless you're actually looking at a specific area where there's just a little bit of damage. The rest of it, I just gave a wipe down and a quick polish, and it looks 95% absolutely fine, no problems at all. Not even plugged it in and tested that yet. I've not even opened this, but here we are. To their credit, they do know how to pack something pretty well. And I can then use this because I then sold its predecessor. I've got a lot of standard, the black consoles, and I've already sold that. I put it up after I got this, and it sold immediately. Not quite sure why. I don't think it was priced that low. I did do an SSD swap, it's only a tiny SSD. Maybe that's why though. All packaging. Fair play to where this has come from. Cables and pads, smiley face, smiley face. This has come from a happy store. So let's see what we've got with our discounted, so it's not going to be colour matching. I don't know whether to give it away what it is, what variant it is, but you know what I've been after recently. So I got, it's a proper DualShock 3. Rather than the 6-axis, which it could have been, a lower value, it's a proper DualShock 3. So obviously should be in trade-worthy condition, because otherwise they wouldn't sell it to me, right? It should obviously be fully tested and working. So that actually that's really good. Just a standard one. Obviously I'm not going to get a coloured variant on discounted, but brilliant. And PlayStations, at least from 3 onwards, cannot come with third party because they don't have the official PlayStation button, which you need to set up a console. So fantastic, happy days. And then obviously I've got the figure 8 and a HDMI. So to the main event. What have we got? Oh, nice and heavy. It's even got a nice like little packaging thing, and it's even got another smiley face. Wherever this came from, they're a happy employee, and you probably can't say that about a lot of retail employees, especially around the Christmas period. I think this was probably the 27th of December that I ordered this, right? The shops would have been packed again. And I more recently went into my local CEX, and it's hit and miss. Yeah. Can't blame them. Retail over Christmas, not a great time, not a fun time. Let's get this bad boy open. I'm praying. I don't want this to be absolutely mullered. I've got a 5-year warranty, so I don't need to worry about it breaking as long as I don't mess with it in any way, shape or form. I'm only going to give it a wipe down, you know, I'm not going to do anything else. I'll deal with it having a hard drive. but this is to fill a now vacant space in the lounge where all the other consoles are going to be, or are, white. So that gives it away. We've got a PS3 DualShock. I've gone for a white PS3 Slim, discounted, £85 for discounted, £140 for an unboxed. Last time I looked, at least, especially, I got this for £85 plus £2.95 postage. Paid with voucher, so realistically it's probably cost me £50 real money. And I've got a proper DualShock 3, not a 6-axis, but that's nice. Okay, first time looking at it. Now I've got a light on over there and it is yellow. So I'm hoping the console's not yellow. That's my main concern. It's not going to be battered, but there will be scratches and marks. I'm just hoping it's not yellowed as such. Now the console that is, I'm not quite sure when this one came out. I know I did list it in a shorts video recently, probably 13 years ago. Of a white finish. If it goes anywhere near sunlight, it's going to get yellowed. I'm not sure this comes 320 gigabyte. I'm not sure. And there's a few marks on the bottom. We're missing a couple of feet, weirdly. I'm not sure if they just fall off. Well, it's missing pieces. That says to me that someone's had a go at it. But there is still the warranty sticker intact over that screw there, which I'm not sure if you need to release for the hard drive. I can't remember. It's been a good couple of years since I did swap on one of these. Until I wipe that down and give it a polish, I'm not sure whether it is. I wonder how it comes across on camera. But either way, there is the white variant of the PS3 Slim. I'm not interested in the Super Slims. I think they look god awful. I've had a couple now, and whilst it's nice to have that small form factor, something less to go wrong with the disk drive, the fact that it's just a tray, but then again that's something more because it needs to recognise that it is fully shut for it to then load the game. So, swings and roundabouts, right? I can't see any actual damage. There's a few black marks here, but you'd imagine that they would just scrub off. A few marks there, that looks more like sticker residue. I'll have to get it cleaned up. Oh, there's a small bit of damage right at the back there. You're not going to be able to see it on camera, no doubt, but there's a small bit of damage there. Something that I'm obviously not going to see. Oh. Something doesn't feel like it's screwed down inside. What's over the left side of this console? Because the hard drive's on the bottom right, the disk drive's on the top right. I'm not quite sure what's moving in there, but I think someone possibly has had this open and not quite, maybe lost a screw in the process. But this should obviously have come to me fully tested, 5-year warranty. I've got a DualShock 3, which I'm down to just one standard one at the moment, and I've got two blue ones, and is that it? I need some more DualShock 3s. I know that I can only use one at a time, but still. Huh. Now, I think voucher they are £16 trade-in. So if I wanted to offset that £87.95, for example, that takes me down to what, £71.95 voucher. In reality, that's probably cost me about £45 in real terms if you take that DualShock 3 off. So I don't think that's bad at all. For a warranted PS3 Slim. I think this was only, if you go for a matching 320 gig model, I think it was only £5 to £10 more than a standard variant. So again, it's kind of like, oh, why wouldn't I? And I think the red one, which is something else I'm possibly after just for the, ooh, that looks nice factor. I think that's £13 more, that was £98. I don't quite know why it's 98, not 95 or 100, but it is what it is. So I will insert here some B-roll of it cleaned up, scrubbed and polished, and in the kitchen probably the light shining down on it just to see how it does look. And as I say, I'll just put that here. So hopefully that looks pretty decent. If it's a little bit off-white, I expect it probably is a bit off-white. I can't quite see it in this daylight that I've got now. but I think I'm happy with this. I think that's a CEX roulette success as far as I'm concerned. It's not going to be mint. It's discounted. And box, you're looking for at least double that price, at least. So happy days, and I've got a box that I can put the PS3 that I've now sold, that it's replaced. You know, I can't keep mounting these up. I think I've still got a couple that need a bit of work in the loft. I've got one more that is now redundant because I've replaced it with something else, which is on the list. Another video in a week or so probably. Time has been short recently. Anyway, please leave your comments below. What do you think of the pickup? Is a bit PlayStation heavy at the moment. This is just something that I didn't grow up with PlayStation. I had a PS2, then I went to the 360 and the Xbox One. So I missed out on that kind of like PS3 generation. And the PS3 stuff always looked a little bit classier to me. Probably because I just didn't pick those games up, obviously. And you have the small Blu-ray size cases, knowing that could hold a lot more data. I thought in my head the PS3 was there for the superior console, right? And it was quite expensive, I believe, on launch. Knowing now in hindsight that it wasn't, it was a pain in the arse to develop for, well, fair enough. That's why I'm really into it. I didn't have it growing up. I had the 360. The 360 cases now look a bit naff to me. That is by far my biggest collection. I've got 3 shelves full of that. Well, I've only got 1 of PS3. But anyway, there'll be another video shortly on something else that I picked up that I spent a lot more voucher on. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe and comment below. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.